Okay, new cloud sec project 2024. Okay, and I'm going to choose ISO file. I'm going to use Ubuntu. Okay, and skip on attended installation to next. CPU, let me choose 2. Thing memory, let me go to 4096. Next, I think hard drive will let me go ahead and create for 35 GB. Next, finish. Okay, let me start this one. Now I'm going to set up new Ubuntu machine. Install. I'm going to install English. Continue. Normal installation. Okay. I'm going to use this VM as our orchestration. Okay. Orchestration during project. Install now. Let me what I did back. Continue. Install now. Continue. Continue. Cloud sec. Continue. Now it's going to set up this operating system. Okay. So not take that long. Then after setting operating system, what we do? We install AWS CLI. We will install AWS CLI, and we will install Terraform. These are the two things you need to set up the project, to complete this project. Okay. It's copying the file from the internet for installation. If you expand, it's pulling the file from internet. Okay, let it do installation. This is just virtual machine setup, installing the VM. That's what I'm doing. Now during this installation, let me go ahead and walk through some stuff on the project, and we are going to use CloudGoat. CloudGoat. This is from Rhino Security Lab. These are designed for practice purpose. Let's go to EC2. Yeah, there is no instance running, which is good. Okay, Rhino Security. This is a CloudGoat. This is a vulnerable setup, and there is a quick start or installation setup. Follow this link, and even you can do in the Docker image. You can do in the Docker image. Okay, you can do in the Docker image. You can do whatever way you want. I want you to complete this scenario page. That's it. You can list how many scenario it has. That's the whole project. And I don't want you to do all the scenarios, but I want you to one scenarios and walk that through. That's it. Here, what we need Python and Terraform and AWS CLI. Okay, and also we need JQ. This is a job queue, JSON queue, like processing JSON data, JQ library. If you go to, there are different scenarios, and we have cloud-based S3 scenarios, and detection evasion, code build secrets. If you go inside, exploitation routes. There are exploitation routes given as well. Walk through also. You can review this cheat sheet. And there are different walkthrough. Okay. And I think this one I did walk through in the lab document. If you go here, you can go to cheat sheet. Let's go to open a new tab. Okay, this is how the command unit. You need AWS CLI. You need AWS CLI. Okay, this machine is still running. This is our project, CloudGoat. Okay, let me go and put into the chat. All right. Here is the Nmap tool running. All right, I have Ubuntu machine installed and ready to go. Let me finish the steps. Okay. Perfect. Now let's go to terminal. Type here terminal. Now we'll check whether we have AWS installed or not. We don't have AWS installed. We can install using sudo apt-get, sudo apt install AWS CLI. That's one option. Another option is download the AWS CLI and install it. Let me go ahead and download. Okay. Let me go to google.com and download AWS CLI. And here, download AWS CLI. Okay. Here you go. Okay, now we need to install. We are doing in the Linux. Okay, and one option from command prompt, we will download this using curl command. We copy that. Okay, let me copy this one. Let's go to terminal. Let me see pwd. We're in the home directory. cd. Let's go to document. Okay, I'm going to create a directory called cloudsec. Okay, let's go to cloudsec, and I'm going to create AWS install.sh. Okay, let me install that. Sudo apt install. Beam is editor, which is improved version of BI. Perfect. Okay, let's do I. That's how you install the package in Ubuntu or in Debian based system. Okay, now I'm going to create a Beam, and let's go ahead and paste. Let's go. Okay, and now that's the script we are going to run. Okay, if you cat this script, that's how. Curl means we are downloading this from website and we are storing here. Okay, we are storing here and we are unzipping that and we are installing it. Okay, if you do bash AWS install, it's going to run that. Curl. Okay, I need to install curl as well. Sudo apt install curl curl. Okay, we need to install curl. Curl is command line URL. Curl is command line URL. Very useful command line tool. Okay. Now, if I do bash AWS install, okay, it's going to download and it's going to set it up. Okay. Now this is how we do AWS -- version. We'll see AWS version. Here you go. Now we install AWS. Okay, AWS CLI. Now, if you do, for example, let me make this bigger. 1 second. Okay. Perfect. If you go here, if you do AWS -s, it will show. Sorry, not -s. Help. It will show you all AWS help option. Okay. Let me do space. You can go. What are the sub command AWS support? What are the sub command AWS CLI support? Okay, that's the AWS CLI. We set up AWS CLI. Any questions? Hopefully you understand this. If you have a question, please put into the send me a message or contact me. Now we install AWS CLI. Now we need to configure AWS CLI. Okay. When you configure AWS CLI, we need 2 keys. Those are we downloaded earlier. Okay. Now let me go ahead and create AWS. Those 2 files we created. Let me go to users, Kulsvedi, and go document teaching cloud security, and I need to copy access key. Okay, if I copy this, Control C, let me open this one. We already have closed this one. Control A, Control C. Okay, I'm going to copy that. Beam AWS KYS keys. Okay, now I'm going to paste here. Paste here you go. Control undo. Okay, and I am going to copy that other file. Control C. Let's go here, file. Let's go to document and Control V. What's happening here? Let me see whether I can copy paste. Alright, okay. Now there is one shortcut. I'll do that. Let me go to CMD and it's going to open command. We have that file. Then I have Python 3 here. No, I do have Python. Okay, I do have Python. Perfect. I do have Python. Now I'm going to use. Let me find its IP. I'm going to show you trick here to IP config, which is standard 0.252. Okay. Python -m http://server 9090. I'm going to start web server. Perfect, it's running. Now I go to Ubuntu. Now I go to browser and I'm going to do 10.0.0.252 is my server. Previously I was running Python 9090. Okay, do you see it? Now I can download. That's another option. Download. We download all the necessary files. We may need those later. Okay. Now we downloaded that. Click here. ls-downloads. Perfect. Okay. And mb-download. I want to move all this file. mb-downloads *. I want to move here. Perfect. We got all the file. Okay. Now we have CPU automation access key. These are two access key. Now let's configure AWS. Okay, let me verify that. ~.aws. Okay, we don't have anything. If I go to my directory cd.aws, we don't have that directory. Okay, but if I do AWS configure, with that directory will create it. Okay, let me show again. Right now I am in this directory /home/cloudsec/document cloudsec. In this case, it become a coincidence, but this is a user. Okay, this is a user home directory. If you do who am I, that's the user we have. That's the user you logged in. Perfect. Now I'm going to check, is there any .aws directory? We don't see that. But if I do AWS configure, let me cat that file. We need that later. CPU automation access keys. Okay. Then I'm going to do AWS configure configure. Hold on. AWS configure. If you run this, it's going to ask access key ID. Let me copy this one. Paste here. Here you go. And it's going to ask key. And we have a key here. Copy. Right click paste. Okay. If you hit enter, default region, hit enter. Boom. Now if you do ~.aws, here you go. These are the file created. If you cat config, we can see that is created config file. Okay. And if you see credentials, whatever we enter, access keys are going to store here. That's what it is. Okay. Now we configure AWS also. Okay. Now we need to install Terraform. Okay. Now let me go ahead and copy that Terraform script I put into the chat. Then that will going to install Terraform. Okay. 1 second. Copy. Okay. ls beam terra frm install.ss. Okay, now that is not going to working right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use another trick. Okay, 1 second. Control V, Control S, Terraform underscore install.ss. I'm going to do all file, not plain text, otherwise it will going to install hold on, all file, otherwise it will going to install.txt. Terraform install.ss. I got it. Now I go here and open the browser. 10.0.0.252 and 090. If you refresh, do you see Terraform? I download that. Perfect. Now, okay. Now I'm going to move that file. mb tilde. That's the home directory. Download Terraform. Here you go. I have here Terraform. Bash Terraform install. Okay. Perfect. Now it's going to download Terraform. Okay, it's going to download and install Terraform. Okay, I see. Hold on, I did some mistake. apt.release hasycorp.com. Okay, Terraform hasycorp. Okay, here you go. I see the typo here. hasycorp.com. Okay, .com. That's what we need. WQ. Let me run again. You don't see any error. Okay, why I have that? Hold on. hasycorp.com. Do you see hasycorp.com? Yeah, that's what we have. Cat Terraform install. Let me go to step by step. The same thing. Let me copy this one. Copy. I'm going to paste here. Paste. Hit enter. Okay, that's ran. Now let me go and run this one. Copy. Paste. Here we go. Okay, we don't see that error now. Same more info. hasycorp.com. In Jamie could not resolve. Hold on. 1 second. hasycorp.com. 1 second. Let me go and review the script. Now we are in the process of installing hasycorp. Okay, we are in the process of installing Terraform. Sorry, not hasycorp. We are in the process of installing Terraform. Let's see apt. I want to see the Terraform already or not. Yes. Search Terraform. Hold on, apt minus ca search Terraform. Terraform. I see Terraform is there. Let me go and install this one. Sudo apt install Terraform. and now Terraform -s. Okay, now we see Terraform installed. Perfect. Now let's see Terraform version. Terraform version. Here you go. Perfect. Terraform installed. Now we need to get CloudGoat. Okay. Now we need to we are in a CloudSec directory. Okay. Now mkdir, I'm going to make project. Okay. cd project. Now we don't have any here. Now we need to clone the CloudGoat. Okay. We need to clone the CloudGoat. Okay. How do we clone the CloudGoat? Let's go to CloudGoat, and I will show you the instruction here. Do you see it? Git clone. You need to copy this. Let me copy this one. Copy. Let's see whether paste here or not. I cannot paste. Okay, that means there is something, guest edition I have to install here, but just the sake of complex, let me try to do that, whether it pastes or not. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to git clone. Let me see git we have or not. Oh, we have git. Okay, git clone. That means we are cloning from GitHub. https://github.com/rhino security. And let me do what I'm doing here. I'm just copying. I'm following this step. That's pretty much what I'm doing here. Let's go here. Okay, git clone https://github rhino security security labs/cloud goat.git git. Okay, now it's going to pull all the file. Now you see the cloudgoat.git. Now we need to go inside that directory. Perfect. Now we'll use pip3. Let's see if we have pip3 or not. Okay, we don't have pip3. Let me install pip3. Install python 3-pip. Okay, why? Perfect. We install pip3. Now we need to use pip3 command. Let's check whether it's run or perfect. It's there. pip3 install -r dot requirement. Okay, now it's going to install all the requirements. It's going to install Boto, everything. Okay, it's going to install Boto, all the requirements are perfect. Now our CloudGoat setup. Okay, now if you see here, there is cloudgoat.py. We need to make that executable. chmod +x CloudGoat. All right, perfect. Now we have CloudGoat setup. It's ready to go. Now after that, we did that. Now we will see, whitelist auto. Okay. Do you see there is? We don't see the whitelist. Let's do cloudgoat.py confi config whitelist --AUT auto. Okay. So you would like to continue? Yes. Okay. Now whitelist got created. Your IP will be whitelisted. If you cat here, there is a whitelist file. Okay, that's the IP. Perfect. Now CloudGoat support multiple scenarios. If you run CloudGoat list on deployed deployed, it will going to list 17 scenarios. Okay, 17 scenarios. In the slide we have 10 scenarios. Okay, and I walked you through Cloud S3 breach. Okay, and you can choose one of these scenarios. Please don't choose this one, and you can select any one of these scenarios. In the project, you have to walk through this scenario. You have to walk through with screenshot and description. Okay, that's the pretty much setup you have to do to get started your project. All right, now it's up to you to go to next step. make sure you continue. Okay, now you can do profile, config config profile. Okay, it's going to confuse profile. Do I? Okay, enter default name, enter. Okay, perfect. No, we need to use default. Yes, DFA. Do you remember we have default as a profile name? Perfect. Now you need to load. You need to load into this into AWS. Then how you load? Do cloud. Let's list all the scenario. Cloud.py, CloudGoat.py, and list. If you do yes, it will show you all the scenarios. Okay, and these are the command it support. List all. Okay, it will list all scenario, undeployed scenario. Okay, now we want to deploy, and you can do enter. It will show you. You can create scenario. Here you go. What you need to do? CloudGoat create and scenario name. Let's say I'm going to create Cloud Bridge S3. Copy this one and paste here. It's going to create S3. Okay, and you see it's going to use your access key and create all stuff in AWS. That's what it does. Okay, it's going to create all the resources. Do you see it? It's going to create all the resources. Unauthorized operation. I think it's not able to create. Maybe the keys are not wrong. Sorry, keys are incorrect. But make sure you have the valid key. If you have a valid key, this will be successful. Okay. These keys are crucial. Make sure you go here and go to dashboard, and you have to create a key. Okay, and let's go to refresh this one. Let's go to IAM. Okay, 1 second. If you go to IAM, all right.